Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my toddler's nighttime routine. He's 21 months old. We've actually been doing the same nighttime routine since he was around like 8 months old, give or take. We've made little adjustments here and there, but I try to keep it the exact same every single night. I'm a little bit crazy about that. So I do let him watch TV while I'm making dinner, otherwise I can't get anything done. He's having chicken nuggets tonight. So TV goes on. I usually earlier in the day have mapped out exactly what he's having for dinner. That just makes me feel a little bit less anxious and a little bit less busy. So I'll start making his dinner around 4:30. Now listen, what works for my toddler may not work for yours, and I'm always trying to stay aware of little adjustments, like if I need to move things a little bit later, a little bit earlier, depending on how he's doing during the day. But give or take, I usually start around 4:30. We keep our routine exactly the same. It just keeps really nice structure. My son really enjoys it. He really needs that structure. What I love to do is prep as much as possible during this window of time where I'm starting to cook a little bit, starting to get ready for nighttime. So what I'll do is, if I'm preheating the oven or something, I'll start to pull out his pajamas. Then I take so he wears a pull-up over his diaper, which is a really great tip if you have a little one who pees a lot at night, but is not potty trained yet. So I will bring all of that stuff into our bedroom. My son co-sleeps, or like, what do we do? Bed share, I guess it's called. We still bed share with him. It's a long story. Most of you know the story about why he's not sleeping in his own room. It has to do with our cat and vacation. So I'll make the bed, I'll tidy up the room. It's just, my biggest tip is to make yourself feel a little calmer during your nighttime routine. Try to clean up and tidy as you go. So if there are anything, oh my god, it's a disaster. If there's anything that needs to be put away or tidied up, try to do that during these little pockets of time. So now I'm making his dinner, putting things away in the kitchen. Another big tip is, when I was laying out the chicken nuggets, I actually made a few extra and saved those after they're cooked for the next day for lunch or something. So if you're going to be cooking anyway, it's always nice to make a little bit extra. And tonight for dinner, he's also getting some leftover peas that you'll see later in the video from the dinner last night, if that makes sense. So I always like to just have a good balance of, oh, here I am checking to see if the blueberries are moldy, and then eating them, because did I eat lunch today? Who really knows? So I just eat while I go. If I see food, I eat it. Hugo is also getting this white rice for dinner. It has a lot of really great vegetable proteins in it, and it also has some like good veggies. So I love doing that, although, fun fact, he didn't eat it tonight. So that's a little spoiler for you. He didn't want it at all. There have been nights where he does eat it. So I don't really have any tips in terms of like how to get your toddler to eat food, because my toddler decides one day that he likes something and the next day he doesn't. I also clean and feed Elsie during this window of time. So from about 4:30 to 5 is when I'm doing all of this. I just showed the clock and it's 4:42. So I clean out her bowl, I give her new water. She only drinks bottled water because she is a princess. And then I give her her food and she eats dinner. And what's great is that Hugo is usually distracted watching the television, so he doesn't bother my cat. So if you have like an anxious pet in your house, that might be a good little tip, or you can feed them once your toddler has gone to bed. But I feed her, and then I continue on making dinner. Oh, again, hungry. And what do you do when you're hungry? You just eat what you can. These are veggies in a bag. Here are the peas. Okay, so I just throw the peas into a pan, just warm them up a little bit, cut up the chicken nuggets. Hugo can eat like a whole chicken nugget, but I cut them up because he doesn't like the breaded texture. Toddlers start to discover textures that they like, that they don't like. Sometimes he's okay with it, sometimes he's not. I'm glad I cut them up tonight because he was not a huge fan. Also, my toddler is like back and forth with ketchup. Some nights he loves it, some nights he doesn't. This evening I did not put ketchup on the chicken nuggets. So again, like toddler eating, like it can be really tricky. One day they like something, one day they don't. On the peas, I put some salt and nutritional yeast. That just adds a little bit of nutrients and flavor, and then a little bit of the rice. And again, he didn't end up eating any of the rice. I think it was just a little too flavorful for him. It's always finding that balance between what he's gonna eat, what he's not. And then like magic at around 5:04, which give or take from 5 to 5:10, well, 5 to 5:15 normally when I feed him. So I'll shut off the TV. The movie was over, just like worked out perfectly. walk him over. He knows that usually means it's dinner time. I'll put him in his high chair. This is the STOTT high chair. Really love it. Really, really love it. I will leave a link to it down below in case you're in the need for a new high chair, but it works really well. It's held up really well. Give him his dinner. I usually give him a little spoon or a fork to use as well. Sometimes he'll eat with his hands, but like I said, he didn't love the texture of that chicken nugget. Oh, and here I am. Anybody else? I actually love eating my toddler's food, especially at the end when he's decided that he's done. I'll sneak in a few bites and finish up whatever it is he didn't eat if I don't want to save it for the next day. Now, something else my toddler loves to do is take everything off the tray. So he will start to, like, 2 minutes after he starts eating, he'll like lift up his plate and lift up his cup as if to say, I'm done. So it's always just like a game of like, here's your plate again, here, have another bite. Oh, mommy's gonna have a bite. I'm so hungry all the time, because I don't eat proper meals. So I'm just constantly trying to have him take a bite in between those moments of me eating his dinner. And then he's done. Once he's done, I let him go play. I will tidy up the kitchen during this time. Either put some of his food that he didn't eat away into the refrigerator if I'm saving it. If I know I'm not going to save it, I will try to eat it. And I'm usually starving by this point because I haven't like really eaten proper meals during the day. So Hugo will play. I will play with him. We will just kill a little bit of time. Normally it's around 5:20 at this point, and then at 5:40 is when I will bring him to take a bath. I was not kidding, guys, when I said I was like pretty specific about his nighttime routine. Of course, give or take 5 minutes, absolutely fine, but I'd like to keep him in these windows of time. So he doesn't love taking a bath. Like, once he's in the bath, he's fine. But for the past like few weeks, I'd say for the past 2 to 3 weeks, he has not been happy to go take a bath. I don't know what the deal is with that. So I bring him into the bathroom. We will get him undressed, get him into the tub, and then I usually wash him down. I'll add some bubbles. I love the bath soap we use. Again, I'll link it down. I'll link everything as much as I can down below if you've seen anything that you are interested in. But I love the bath soap we've been using for him. We've been using it since he was little, since maybe like 6 months old. So I'll wash him. Then after I'm done washing him, I will shut the water off. He's playing. Elsie's litter box is like, there's a little wall. Now you can see it. It's right behind that little wall. I'll clean out her litter box. Otherwise, I will forget to do it, and I have to do it because she is very particular about having a very clean litter box, as are most cats. Then I will wash my hands. Then we'll usually play a little bit in the tub. We'll hang out, and then I'll brush his teeth. We use the Tom's toothpaste, the like toddler training toothpaste. I'll brush his little teeth. He is not a huge fan of getting his teeth brushed, but he understands that it's something that needs to get done. So it's always a little bit of a struggle. He does this funny thing where he'll like turn into the wall. I'll brush for like literally 2 seconds. He turns around. Brush for 2 seconds. He'll turn around. So after bath time is all done, he's so cute. Oh my gosh, little baby is out of the tub. Anything cuter? I can't. I will bring him into the bedroom, and that's when we start the fun game of trying to get him into his pajamas. So diaper goes on, pull-up goes over the diaper, and then pajamas. He cannot wear feety pajamas currently because he has we have like toenail issues. He has like little ingrown toenails. So getting him into these little pajamas is always a little bit of a struggle. Rolling around, that's his blankie that he has. Absolute favorite little blankie. It's not really that little, but loves it. Then I will let him play or entertain himself while I go back to the bathroom, put away his towel, clean up the floor, put the bath mat hanging over the shower rod because of my cat who likes to pee on everything. So that goes up, his clothes go into the hamper, and then at this time it's usually 6 o'clock, maybe 10 after 6. So we play again, and we just spend like quality time together. I will usually read to him. This is a favorite book of ours, 10 Tiny Babies. He loves it. I will read to him, read him a few books, and then it is bedtime. So we will start walking to the bedroom at 6:22. Not kidding, 6:22. I don't know why 6:22, but that's just the time every night we stand up and we start walking to the bedroom. He loves having he looks so cute, like a little king baby. He loves wearing his blanket like a cape. So we'll go into the bedroom. He usually grabs one toy to bring into bed with him, and then you'll see a little bit later, usually tell him to like kiss his toy, and then I'll take the toy out of the bed. And that's just so I don't set the precedent that like he can start bringing toys into the bed and then all of a sudden there are a million distractions before it's bedtime sort of thing. So we get in the bed and then we just sit there, turn off the light, and he eventually falls to sleep. And honestly, I love this time. I love sitting next to him. I know it's not going to be forever. I know he will be like 16 years old and going to sleep on his own one day. And so I really just cherish these moments. And my advice to all you mamas is with nighttime routine, any type of routine, just be kind to yourself, enjoy and really treasure the time with your baby because it goes so fast. And yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!